Glad you're back with us here on the show. This segment presented by HX Home Solutions. Be sure to mention Illini Guys and get $1,000 off your home or office project. HX Home Solutions. We are here with the Illini guy himself, Marcus Domask. I tell you what, I don't. There are few players in the country that have been talked about right now than Marcus and his teammate Terrence Shannon. Marcus, talking to you ahead of the game against Iowa State. Got to talk first about you guys and your press conference routines. Who came up with it? How much fun are you guys having with that?
Yeah, it's been fun. I think we're just trying to enjoy the moment. I think there's times to be serious and there's times to have fun. So it's just one of those times where we have fun. I had saw tweets on Twitter, about the pushing stuff, and so I had responded to one saying I was going to step up my game, but then I didn't get the next. I wasn't a part of the next press, so I told them they had to do something. So it's kind of been a team effort for the choreography and everything that we've been doing.
Marcus, you obviously it's one of those things where you guys are experiencing one of those a great moment, and going through this, and what's kind of as you kind of try and take all this in, what's that been like through this process? Winning the Big Ten, winning the first two games of the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We try to soak in all the moments. We try to have fun with everything that we do and stay serious when we need to. But it's honestly like everything moves really fast. Like we got back and we were leaving in the next 2 days. Like there's not a lot of time for us to just kind of really soak everything in because our mindset is the next game. So, I think we're trying to find that balance of having fun, enjoying all the moments, but at the end of the day, we're just focused on trying to keep playing. We're not ready for our season to end yet.
Yeah, and you look at what you're matched up against here. How do you go at a team when you know that they take such pride in their defense?
I think, we've played teams that take a lot of pride in their defense before and teams that have a similar defensive style. So we're just kind of building off what we did against them and ways to change it. Obviously, Iowa State's a really good defensive team. They got a lot of athletes, and they just a lot of ball pressure, traps, do a lot of stuff. But I think you just got to go at it with confidence. Even whatever they're on paper, their defense, once the game starts, and it's just us versus them.
And it feels like, Marcus, that just watching you guys as we have all season long, that right now you're peaking in every way possible at the right time, and not just on the court, but even off the court. The stuff we talked about again with the goofy press conference stuff. But I mean, just, you guys coming onto the floor, coming out of the huddle, there's just, I don't want to say swagger. That sounds a little cocky, but there's a confidence here that you guys have that I didn't see maybe 4 or 6 weeks ago. What's brought that on? Was it the success in Minneapolis? Is it these first couple of games? Where do you think that comes from?
I think obviously, success, translates to, feeling confident in your abilities and each other's abilities. So I definitely think the success, as far as all the off the court stuff, it's stuff that we've been having fun with each other. It's just now, in the March Madness run, it's a lot more media time that we have to deal with. So I think, fans are just getting more of a glimpse of just kind of how we interact with each other on a daily basis. I think if there were cameras in Ubben all the time, it would be insane how much the fans would love to watch that because, we just have a lot of fun with each other.
Wait. I've been in Ubben, so I do know that there are cameras in Ubben. We would have to bleep out a lot of things, though, from Coach Underwood. Is that not accurate?
That's pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate.
No, Marcus, as you go through this kind of, when you pick out individual matchups, how much is this? Are these games about you guys playing well? I know you do detailed scouting. I've seen your scouting reports. I've gone through that, but you guys have. I mean, how much is it about you, and how much is it about the opponent?
I think, it's more about us than them for sure. Especially for us defensively, yeah, teams are gonna do, run what they run, but at the end of the day, it's about us and our intensity guarding it and how we're communicating with each other on the floor. And then offensively, it's still about us. Teams are gonna try to take stuff away, but we know how to adapt to that stuff, and it's all about just playing with each other and playing with confidence.
A couple questions. One is, how are you, integrating in, um, guys who are starting to contribute a little more? Dane is contributing more. Even Gibbs Lahorn is, doing a little bit more. And then a second question is, I don't ever went to a Sweet 16 until you were on this show. I'm thinking there's a direct correlation between the IlliniGuys Sports Spectacular and you. Is that true?
I mean, there is. I guess the stats prove it. So I
Thank
guess
you.
there is.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
As far as Dane and Dre and just all the guys, I don't think anything changes really. We've seen what they've been capable of doing in practice this whole year, and I think it's just now that everybody else is kind of seeing it as they're gaining confidence and they're finding their rhythm. So, for us, we're just continuing to play like we have been all year, and they're just playing better.
Talking with Marcus Domask here ahead of the game against Iowa State, the Sweet 16 game in Boston. I've spent a lot of time in the media, and so I picked up with this right away. And I'm not fans are upset that, oh my goodness, they're playing the late game. I got to stay awake and get my coffee. When you play the late game, that's the marquee game, and so I find it really interesting and pretty cool that the team powers that be decided to put last year's national champion and a rematch of last year's championship game, including a team from California. They're the early game because you guys are the marquee game. And it just feels like that of all the matchups, I'm hearing more about this, it feels, than maybe any other. I mean, you guys really have done so much for yourselves in the program these past couple of weeks.
Yeah, I definitely think it's an intriguing matchup when you look at all the stuff on paper. The number one defense versus the number one offense, I think, catches a lot of eyes, and a lot of people want to see that, obviously. And we have Terrence too, and Terrence has been playing at a phenomenal level right now. So a lot of people want to watch him play. So I think, I think our play style is intriguing for people to watch, and I think this matchup with Iowa State is just are two really good teams going at it.
Marcus, is there one thing, like when you're thinking what's a key for you guys? Is there one thing where you guys say, if we do this, we're going to win, or we're going to have a great chance of winning?
I think if I had to choose two things, it would be taking care of the ball and just rebounding. That's a team that has a lot of athletes that get after the offensive glass. So I think if we can cut off that, I think we'll be in good shape.
One question I had was just how much did Terrence care that you got the triple double? Because I think there was some discussions on that, and he seemed we hear he was emphatic. I wanted to hear from what it was like from your point of view.
Yeah, he really wanted me to get it. I said before to the media that he said he was going to fight me if I didn't start shooting when I needed a couple points left.
Who wins that?
Even if you look at the that's for the locker room. That's for the locker room. But even if you look at like the camera when I hit the shot, his reaction, I think he probably had the best reaction on the bench. So yeah, he was definitely really happy for me.
Two quick questions. We got to let you go. What was that moment like when you did that and later found out how rare of a feat that was? That's number one. Number two, 2 games into the NCAA tournament, has it been everything you thought it would be?
Yeah, I think it has been everything I thought it would be. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun to play with my teammates, and we just want to keep it going really. And then as far as the triple double, it was fun in the moment, because I hadn't had a triple double in college, and I had been really close many times. So to kind of get one in that stage was really fun. I think I didn't realize, you know, how few in the list that had done it before. So once I kind of saw my name next to that list, you know, that was just kind of satisfying to see my name up there with some of the greats.
Yeah, and now you are one of the greats, one of only 10 triple doubles in NCAA tournament history, one of only 5 Illini to do that, the first ever to do it in the NCAA tournament. By the way, 3 of those under Brad Underwood, Io and Coleman, and now Marcus. Marcus, we can't tell you enough how much it's fun each week to talk with you. We know we will talk with you again next week as you're preparing to go to Phoenix. We will speak that into truth. You don't have to. Best of luck in Boston. We'll talk with you next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks so much. Marcus Domask joining us as he does each week right here on the IlliniGuys Sports Spectacular. Once again, presented by HX Home Solutions. We appreciate all that HX Home Solutions does for the Illini student athletes. We've got much more to come. Coming up next year, Myers Leonard, the boys, the guys, the fellas catching up with Myers. That conversation next.